So guys, before we get started, don't forget we do have that amazing discount code thanks to Tier 0 Games going on right now. And all you have to do is put in ZW Games 5 to get 5% discount on your total order at tier0games.com. The links will be in the description below. What's up YouTube, Dara here from Zevwar Games, bringing you what you can see before you, which we have got some new leaks from the Gearfried Warrior structure deck that the OCG are going to be getting sometime soon. We've had some new cards revealed, and some of them are actually really cool. So, we're going to start off with the first one, and this one is Flame Noble Knight Roland. He is a level 1 Fire Warrior effect monster, so it means he can be used with 1-for-1. His attack is 500 to defense 500. You only use this card's first and second effects once per turn, and they are hard once per turns. So his first effect is a quick effect. You can target one face-up monster you control, treat this card in your hand as an equipped card with the following effect. And if you do, equip it to that target, it gains 500 attack. During the end phase, if this card is in your graveyard because it was sent there this turn, you can add one Fire Warrior monster or one equipped spell from your deck to your hand. I should mention before we can continue going that all this information is provided by YUGIOH Illuminati, so check them out on Facebook if you don't already follow them. Moving on to the next card, we got Gearfried, continuous spell card. You can only use this card's first and second effect once per turn. During your draw phase, instead of conducting your normal draw, you can add one equipped spell from your deck or graveyard to your hand. If you control an equipped spell, you can return one Fire Warrior monster or one Gemini monster from your graveyard to the bottom of your deck and draw one card. So it's a nice little +1 in the sense that you're just putting one card back into your deck and then drawing one as well. So that's quite a nice one. It is a continuous spell as well. So you do have the ability to add cards back from the graveyard should you need them to rather than drawing. It's very rare that you actually use and abuse an effect like this, because if you actually look at the cards that do similar things in the past, they don't actually get used. But if you look at the artwork as well, you can see that it's quite like a game mechanic, like a video game mechanic. And you see like all the link ups to the different weapons, upgrades, downgrades, and stuff like that. Next, we get into Rasputin's Supreme Magic Blade. Again, it's an equipped spell. You can only use this card's second effect once per turn. So number 1, apply one of these effects depending on the equipped monster's battle position. Attack position, it cannot be targeted by an opponent's card effect. Defense position, it cannot be destroyed by battle. Its second effect is, at the start of the battle phase, you can change the battle position of the equipped monster, and if you do immediately after this effect resolves, normal summon one monster. So, I don't know. It doesn't say, most of these are Gemini monsters, so it doesn't actually say you have to normal summon one monster, but you normal summon it during the battle phase. So I don't know what you're going to normal summon that's going to change it massively, because the whole idea is that, you know, you might want to change the monster you attack with during your opponent's turn. During your turn, you attack with the monster this is equipped to, and then during your opponent's battle phase, you switch it to defense, so that it can't be destroyed by battle during that battle, and it means they're locked in, so unless they've got a quick effect, they can't really bounce your card. But then you can immediately, it's not even a you can, sorry, actually, it's you can change the battle position of the equipped monster, and then if you do, immediately after this effect resolves, normal summon one monster, so it's not you can normal summon one monster. So I don't know what you'd normal summon to actually get your value out of it. And again, normal summon, it's not set either, so you have to normal summon it in attack position, which is probably gonna, take a bit of damage. Anyway, moving on, the artwork's pretty cool as well. We've got Crossover, so I believe this is the last of the new cards. The artwork looks insane. Look at that. That's pretty cool. I don't know if we've seen this character yet. I think this is the new Gearfried monster, but I don't know if we've seen this yet. Anyway, so it's a normal spell card. You can activate one card with this card's name per turn. Target one face-up monster your opponent controls and one warrior monster you control. Treat the first target as an equipped card, and if you do, equip it to that monster you control. And if you do that, it inflicts no battle damage to your opponent for the rest of the turn. Also, if it would be destroyed by battle or card effect, destroy that monster equipped to it by this card instead. It targets, which is the disappointing part. It does basically permanently take that monster. But all you're doing is you're only equipping it to that monster. You're not really getting any attack boost from it. It gives you a bit of protection, but 9 times out of 10, when we're playing cards like this that give overall destruction protection, you just bounce them anyway. There's a lot of cards in the game nowadays that just bounce cards. I believe that is it. Yeah, so back round to start. So that is it for the Gearfried. I thought I'd do just a quick little video so you can see what the OCG are getting and have an insight into the brand new cards that the Gearfried kind of deck is getting. Hopefully we'll see some more coming out soon and we can go from there. But yeah, I hope you like this. I hope this gives you a quick little insight into the deck. I'm certainly interested in it. I like the Warriors, I like the Gearfrieds. It'll be interesting to see if Geminis can actually do something and become more of a modern used deck. But some of the equip spells are kind of cool as well. So it'll be interesting to see what it eventually comes out as. And then we're also waiting on that sneaky Shadow deck that the OCG chose to have as well to see which support they get. I can't wait for that one. As if getting the fire support for the new Warrior deck wasn't enough, Konami have also released 2 more lines of support. So we've got the Karakuri Legacy support. So we've got 5 brand new cards that have been leaked, and you can find this on Yu-Gi-Oh! Organization. You can also see the brand new Ignisters as well. So I'm going to take you through both of those cards and the effects that they all share. So, the Karakuri get 5 new cards to boost its old school strategy. First off, we get a level 5 Earth Machine Monster, 2000 attack, 1500 defense. Only use this card's name's first effect once per turn. If this card is in your hand, you can target one Karakuri monster you control, change its battle position. If you do, special summon this card. It becomes treated as a tuner. Also, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of the turn, except Earth Machine monsters. Must attack if able. If this card is selected for an attack, change its battle position. Then we also get Karakuri Gamma Shiro Kanishi, level 1 Earth Machine Tuner, effect monster, attack 200, defense 1000. Only use this card's third effect once per turn. Must attack if able. If this card is selected for an attack, change its battle position. Quick effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one Karakuri monster you control, change its battle position. Then we've got the brand new Synchro, Karakuri Diagogen, not even going to attempt the second one. Level 9 Earth Machine Synchro Effect Monster, 3000 attack, 1500 defense, 1 tuner plus 1 plus non-tuner machine monster. If this card is synchro summoned, you can special summon 1 Karakuri monster from your deck. Defense position monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle. Once per turn, if this battle position... if the battle position of a face-up Karakuri monster you control is changed, you can target one card you control and target one card your opponent controls and banish it. That's pretty cool. And then we get a brand new spell, Karakuri Gamabura. You can only activate 1 card with this card's name per turn. Activate this card by targeting 1 Karakuri monster in your graveyard, special summon it, and if you do, equip it with this card. Once per turn, if the battle position of a face-up Karakuri monster you control is changed, the equipped monster gains 500 attack and defense. And then finally, Karakuri Hatagakura, I believe that's right. Normal trap card. You can only activate 1 card with this card's name per turn. Target 1 Karakuri monster you control and 1 effect monster your opponent controls. Change the battle positions of your targeted monster, and if you do, negate the effects of your opponent's targeted monster until the end of this turn. That's quite cool. If you control a Karakuri monster, you can banish this card from the graveyard, then target 1 face-up monster, change its battle position. So as you can see, they rely on changing battle positions quite a lot. Then we're going to move straight on to the Ignisters. Now, the Ignisters, as you can see, were highlighted in Link Frames. You've got the Salaman Great Monster right there in the middle, I believe. I could be wrong, but we have got a heck of a lot of cards. A's tribute themed to his fallen friend and comrade get their OCG counterparts revealed. So we got Pikari Ignister, light level 4 Cyverse effect, 200 attack, 600 defense. Only use this card's first and second effect once per turn. If this card is normal or special summoned, you add 1 AI spell or trap from your deck to your hand. You can target 1 at Ignister monster you control. It becomes level 4 until the end of this turn. Buru Uru. At Ignister, level 3 Cyverse Tuner effect monster, attack 600, defense 1000. Only use this card's first and second effect once per turn. If this card is normal or special summoned, you send 1 Ignister monster from your deck to the graveyard. If this card is sent to the graveyard as material for a Cyberse Synchro monster, you target one monster in your graveyard that was used as material for the summon, for this summon, except itself, and special summon it, so you get to bring back the other part that you use. YUGIOH, Ignister, Dark, Cyberse effect, 400 attack, 1600 defense. Only use this card's first and second effect once per turn. If it's normal or special summoned, you target one Ignister monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. If this card is sent to the graveyard as material for a Cyberse Link monster, you add target an AI spell or trap in your graveyard and add it to your hand. Achichi, Ignista, level 2 fire Cyberse effect monster, attack 800, defense 800. You can only use this card's first and second effect once per turn. Let's get rid of that. If this card is normal or special summoned, you get to add one level 4 or lower Ignista monster from your deck to your hand, except himself. At the start of the damage step, when a Cyberse monster you control battles, banish this card from the graveyard, destroy your monster. Ugh. Doshin, Ignista, level 1 Earth, 100 attack, 800 defense. Only use this card's first and second effect once per turn. If you control an Ignista monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can type one Cyberse Link monster in your graveyard, return it to the extra deck, and if you do, add one AI Love Fusion from your deck to your hand. Hiyari, Ignista, level 1 water, 300 attack, 400 defense. Only use this card's first and second effect once per turn. If you control an Ignista monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can treat one other Cyberse monster, add one level 5 or higher Ignista monster from your deck to your hand. Quite relevant considering we've got this one next. Also, this card's level becomes 4 until the end of this turn. Then, if you tributed a Link monster to activate this effect, you can add one AI Ritual from your deck to your hand. Oh, cool, so you get to search up both Peaches for the Ritual summon. Let's have a look, see how good the Ritual monster is. Watered Leviathan Ignista, level 7 Water, Cyberse Ritual effect monster, 2300 attack, 2000 defense. You can Ritual summon this card with AI's Ritual, only use this card's second effect once per turn. If this card is Ritual summoned, you can return all monsters your opponent controls with 2300 or less attack to the hand. You can type one face-up monster your opponent controls, return as many Link monsters as possible from your graveyard to your extra deck. And if you do, that target's attack becomes 0. Interesting. Once per damage calculation, when this card battles an opponent's monster, you can halve that opponent's monster's attack during that damage calculation only. Earth Golem Ignista, level 7 Earth Cyberse Fusion, 2300 attack, 2k defense, 1 Cyberse monster plus 1 Link monster. You can only use this card's name's third effect once per turn. You take no damage for the rest of the turn after this card was fusion summoned. That's pretty cool. Super Poly during your opponent's turn, protected. If this card attacks a monster special summoned from the extra deck, it gains attack equal to its original attack until during a damage step. When this card is destroyed by battle, you can target one Cyberse monster in your graveyard, except itself, and special summon it. Nice. Wind Pegasus Ignista, level 7 Cyberse Synchro, 2300 attack, 1500 defense, 1 tuner plus 1 non-tuner monster. You can only use this card's first and second effect once per turn. During your main phase, you can destroy any number of spell and trap cards your opponent controls up to the number of Ignista monsters you control. If this card is on the field or in your graveyard and another card you control is destroyed by battle or by an opponent's card effect, you can banish this card, then target one card your opponent controls and shuffle it into the deck. Nice. Ignista AI Land, so this is a field spell card. You can only use this card's name's second effect once per turn. If you control no monsters in your main monster zone, you can special summon one level 4 or lower Ignista monster from your hand. Also, for the rest of this turn, you cannot special summon monsters with the same attribute with the effect of Ignista AI Land. If you control no monsters in your main monster zone, you special summon one level 4 or lower Ignista monster from your hand. Also, for the rest of this turn, you cannot special summon another monster with the same attribute with the effect of Ignista AI Land, and you cannot special summon monsters except for Cyberse monsters. So basically, you can't summon down a monster with the same attribute of the one you special summoned using the effect of AI Land, because as long as you control no monsters, you can use AI's Land continuously, because it's not a hard once per turn from what I can see from the translation. If this card is in your graveyard, you can banish one Ignista monster from your graveyard and set this card on the field. That's pretty cool. Aidin Born, Aidol Reborn. Spell, quick play. You can only use this card's first and second effect once per turn. Target one Ignista monster in your graveyard, special summon it. For the rest of this turn, after this card resolves, you cannot special summon monsters except Cyberse monsters. During attack declaration in a battle between two monsters, you can banish this card and one card from your hand, then target one AI spell and trap in your graveyard, or amongst your banished cards except itself and add it to your hand. That's quite cool. Normal spell AI Love YUGIOH or AI Love Fusion. You can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. Fusion summon one Cyverse Fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters you control or have in your hand as material. If you are using an Ignister monster or monsters as material, you can also use one link monster your opponent controls as material. That's quite cool. And then AI's Ritual. This card is used to ritual summon any Cyverse Ritual monster. Sweet! So Cyverse Magician, I believe it is. It's got a new one. Tribute one at Ignister monster from your hand or field whose total levels equal or exceed the level of the monster you ritual summon. Then ritual summon one Cyverse Ritual monster from your hand. If you control an Ignister monster, when you activate this card, you can also banish Ignister monsters from your graveyard instead of tributing. That's quite cool as well, actually. That's really cool. So yeah, that is it. Konami have spoiled us already this morning. We've had 3 leaks, one from the OCG Warrior deck, one lot of Karakuri, and then of course the Ignisters as well. So the Ignisters look really, really fun to play. So it's going to be interesting to see what they can do. I don't expect them to break the meta, but they do seem to be quite fun and useful to play around with. I'm also interested in the Karakuris, not as much because I didn't play them in the past, but I know some people that I've played with have used the Karakuri, so they'll be quite excited. And then obviously I'm looking forward to the Warriors as well. So, I hope you like this video. We're just giving you a quick breakdown of the news that has come rushing into us this morning. I hope it gives you a good idea of what's coming out, and if you're interested in playing any of these, like Karakuris, if you're one of the fans of the old school support, or if you generally like the new Warrior support, the Gearfried and Gemini plays, or if you actually really like the look of the Ignisters, I'm quite interested to see how they're gonna, come out and how they're gonna affect the game in OCG. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and until next time, guys, as always, happy dueling.
What's up, YouTube? Dad here from All Games. Thanks for watching that video. If you liked it, please hit that big thumbs up button in the bottom corner as well. And don't forget to hit the big red subscribe button so you don't miss out on anything. Make sure you click that notification bell as well so you know every time one of our new videos goes up. Throughout the whole year of 2019, we're going to have more deck profiles, duels, and of course pack openings for you guys to watch and enjoy the entire year round. So stay tuned for more, and as always guys, happy dueling.